Greetings, guys. Thanks for being here. It's your girl T, and I got a quick story for you. There are two knee jerk reactions that usually take place when trauma strikes. There's fight or flight. And anyone that knows me knows that I'm usually about the fight, but I don't do it before I freeze. I learned this at an early age. I watched my mom get pew pewed at the age of 5, and you will never, not then and not now, catch me screaming hysterically. I have always had the intuition to freeze and look around, take inventory of my surroundings, and then decide how to move. Unfortunately, you'll learn some of these things at the earliest ages, and they have stuck with me. You will never see me screaming hysterically unless I'm just doing it on purpose to act an ass. But the thing is, right now, I feel like there are a lot of people just screaming into the cyber world, just screaming hysterically about what is going on in our country. And particularly for my people, my 92%, and the rest of those that are being impacted by the rollback of DEI and everything else, the rollback of common sense, the rollback of truth. It's important that we freeze and we take inventory of what's going on around us and then make moves. Strategize on how to make moves, not only to survive, but to thrive. I had an idea because I like to bring solutions. As a PR and media expert, we strategize a lot on how to solve business problems. That's really what public relations is. How do we solve problems? And I want to share it with you, okay? So a lot of our brands, Black-owned brands, minority-owned brands, are going to suffer because of what is going on. Not because we have bad products or bad services, but because now organizations are choosing to not make an effort to work with us. Okay? Not our problem. We're not going to let it be our problem because we actually have a built-in audience. Understand that public relations is the best way to grow your audience. Understand that, because marketing is you telling people how amazing you are. Public relations is other people telling other people how amazing your products are. And that's actually where you want to be. It's great to be in Target or some of those stores, but it's even better to have your community, your people knowing about what you do and going out and supporting you, or going to your website and supporting you in a way that you can't even get from a store that does not necessarily promote your products on their commercials. So look, first, I just want to say getting rid of these DEI programs means that Black brands are used less as suppliers. Not so much worried about services as much as we are about products. Okay, so I get that. But if you decide to partner with athletes and influencers, I think you have the opportunity to really grow your brand. And I want to go through this with you. So, looking at solutions, you have a built-in audience. Athletes and creators, they already influence other people. The culture, we are the culture. So them trying to cut us out of opportunities is crazy because we are the culture. DEI or not, the culture does not stop. So tapping in with creators, it keeps Black brands in the conversation. We do. It's easier for me to buy something and support something when I see someone else wearing it, or even suggesting something that they ate that was good, rather than me just seeing it in a Target or a Walmart. That's just the truth of it. Direct to your community. No middleman is needed when you are having your products worn, shown, eaten by your community. There are a lot of brands that grow authentically. These partnerships put products straight in front of the right audience. You have opportunities here just thinking about this, and I'm happy to send you the slide. I'm a slides girl, so and I'm getting older, so it helps me to remember everything I want to tell you. But most importantly, partnering with athletes and brand and influencers right now is a long-term win for you and your organization, because when Black brands and creators grow together, the ecosystem gets stronger. There's no handouts here, okay? This is an authentic connection with people that already want to support you. Now, Some people don't really understand how this influencer life works. These NIL deals, do you want to work with athletes? How does that work? Here is a quick slide to help you understand about how much as a brand you would actually pay someone to support your product, to promote your product, right? This is a quick little scale. Understand if you are an influencer or an athlete that you don't have to have the largest following in order to get paid to work with these brands. Here's a great scale that lets you know 1,000 followers can get you somewhere. That's a good start for you to start working with brands and for brands to understand these micro influencers, they actually have a loyal following already. And it's not just about the following, it's about the the interactions that these people are having with their audience. That's another way that you can tell if people are buying, following, or not. Are people commenting? Is there interaction? Or is it just 200,000 followers, but ain't nobody talking about anything on their posts? I'm just trying to school you a little bit, but understand that there's an opportunity here that some of you have not actually taken on. Okay. So we want to talk about the payout real quick. I don't know how much you've had to spend in order to get your product into a certain store. And if you haven't been able to get your products in stores, this also is for you. So one of the things you want to look at, obviously, is engagement rate. You want high engagement, obviously, no matter how many followers a person has. High engagement often matters more than following counts because brands will pay more for an engaged audience. You want to look at the content type. This is how you know if it's someone you want to work with. A single IG story costs less than a full YouTube video or in-depth product review. If we're talking about money and we're talking about not only saving money, but getting the best ROI for everything that you are trying to do, let's really look at how we can partner together. Something else that might influence the rate is obviously exclusivity and usage rights, and then deliverables and campaign length. I talk about this all the time. Athletes definitely need to work on their personal brand because it allows for brands to know if they want to work with you or not. Okay. So I am talking to both of you. I am talking to the brands and I am talking to our influencers and athletes. Y'all got to get y'all personal brand together. And over here on this side, I'm going to need you to decide to work with, instead of worrying about these stores, work with people that will authentically support your brand. Okay. Let's also look at how you plan and execute it. I put this in here because I want you to understand that budgeting for small brands is important. How you do that makes a difference. And if you need help with that, just let me know. I can help you, but it's right here. Would you like tips on negotiating with influencers, rates, or securing a cost for an effective campaign? Just think about it. For small businesses with limited budgets, a good starting point is $500. That is cheaper than many Facebook ads, okay? And there's a definite opportunity to get a greater reach. So I just want to give you guys some options, some things to look at, have some hope. This is not the end of the world. This is an opportunity. The way things are rolling out right now, it's just an opportunity for you to do things differently. Again, I just wanted to throw it out there because I see people yelling into the cyber world with frustration. But before we panic and we just start screaming hysterically, let's think about how we can work together authentically and get the reach and the profitability that you need. Okay, so let a sister know if you need some help. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, but I put a link in the bio. If you are a brand and you want to work with influencers and athletes, there's a link up top. If you are an athlete and you want to work with brands, if you're an influencer and you want to work with Black-owned, minority-owned brands, there's a link in the bio. So check it out. Make sure you stay connected. Okay, stay connected. Ask for what you want. Ask. What my mama say? A closed mouth. My grandma say, a closed mouth don't get fed. Ask for what you want. Let's see if we can make a difference in a way that does not include screaming into the cyber world and being so frustrated that we're not taking inventory about what's around us and how we can do this together. We can do this together. Okay? We don't need, and we've done this before, we don't need others to verify and validate us in our products, in our businesses, and our stories in order to be impactful. We do not need that. So, all that being said, I just wanted to come to you real quick, let you know, don't panic. There are ways to make this work. And definitely that 92%, we can do this. And with the support of others around us and others that want to support us, we'll show them. All right, it's your girl T. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you need any help. Let me know. Have you worked with influencers? Did it not work out well? What were you missing? Let me know. All right, until next time. Bye.
Hey, thanks for showing up to the podcast where we all know that the best leaders are lifetime learners. When you get a sec, take a moment, leave a comment. What do you think about today's episode? And share it with someone that you know could use the gems that were dropped today. Follow and subscribe. You don't want to miss who's coming up next. You never know who could show up here and what they could say. For your professional needs, marketing, PR, communications, and leadership, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Sand and Shores, or hit us up at sandandshores.com. Again, thanks so much for showing up. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.